How to channel a man's sexual energy to make him obsessed with you. The hidden power of male sexual energy that few know. Did you know that a man's sexual energy is a powerful, almost magnetic force, capable of creating an intense and lasting connection? But here's the secret that few talk about. It's not about sex itself, but about how you channel this energy to make a man truly obsessed with you. This power goes beyond the physical. It's a game of psychology, emotion, and chemistry, where smart control of sexual energy transforms momentary attraction into constant desire. When you learn to channel this energy, you stop being just an option and become a necessity. Today, I'll reveal the secret paths to mastering this art. Get ready, because after this video, your relationship and the way he thinks about you will never be the same. Understanding male sexual energy. Far beyond the body. Before learning to channel this energy, you need to understand what it really is. Male sexual energy is an internal engine, a life force that drives not only physical desire but also focus, motivation, and even behavior. Why is this so powerful? Because what he feels is an impulse that can turn into obsession. You know how to direct it correctly. But attention! This energy is not a bomb that explodes uncontrollably. It can be guided, nurtured, and used to create a much deeper and more intense connection than casual sex. Sexual energy is the fuel. Emotional connection is the engine. And when these two work together, the result is explosive. How it works in practice. Men naturally seek to release this energy. But what many women don't know is that the way they respond, position themselves, and interact with this energy changes everything. For example, if you're always readily available, he may lose interest. If you create mystery and give space, his energy increases. If you connect this energy with emotion and respect, he becomes attached. The secret of mystery. How to spark his desire without revealing everything. Mystery is the spark that keeps the flame alive. When a man feels there's something about you he hasn't yet discovered, his mind starts running in obsessive mode. He wants to understand, explore, and conquer this enigma. Why is mystery so irresistible? Because the male brain is wired to seek solutions and challenges. A mystery is like a puzzle and he won't rest until all the pieces fit. If you reveal everything right away, he may lose interest quickly. But if you save parts of yourself, showing just enough to make him curious, his energy stays at maximum. Mystery isn't about hiding who you are, it's about revealing your greatness gradually. How to apply this in practice. Don't answer all questions immediately. Leave some for him to discover over time. Create contact rituals that vary. Sometimes show intense presence, other times give space for him to miss you. Use body language to suggest more than show a glance, an enigmatic smile, a silence that speaks volumes. The art of sexual tension. Keeping him emotionally on edge. Sexual tension is the secret that turns ordinary desire into true obsession. It's like a dance between closeness and distance, where the perfect balance makes his heart race and his mind go wild. Why is sexual tension so powerful? Because the male brain loves challenges. The greater the uncertainty, the stronger the desire. When you mix moments of intense connection with subtle pullbacks, he becomes emotionally addicted to you. Sexual tension is the invisible game no one sees, but everyone feels. How to use this tension to make him obsessed. Be hot and cold in the right measure. Show interest, but don't give everything at once. Use subtle touches that suggest more than they show. The hand touch that lingers a little longer. The gaze that says everything without words. Create expectations without fulfilling them all immediately. A teasing message, a suggestive invitation left in the air. How to use nonverbal communication to amplify sexual energy. Much of what attracts and keeps a man obsessed isn't in words, but in the signals your body transmits. Why is nonverbal communication such a powerful game? Because the male brain responds strongly to visual and sensory stimuli, even before hearing what you say. Gestures, glances, smiles, and even the way you move can trigger desire and emotional attachment. Your body speaks louder than your words. Learn to make him whisper your name in every gesture. How to apply in practice. Maintain intense eye contact, but without seeming too challenging. Balance is key. Use light, strategic touches that create a sense of closeness without rushing. Focus on your posture and way of walking. Body confidence is an irresistible invitation. The power of silence and active listening to amplify obsession. Many underestimate the impact of silence and true listening in a relationship. However, well-used silence is one of the greatest allies to channel male sexual energy and create a deep connection. Why is silence so powerful? Because it creates space for his mind to focus on you. for his emotions to rise to the surface, and for him to feel that your presence is unique and irreplaceable. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than 1,000 words, and it's in this space that obsession is born. How to use silence and listening to make him obsessed. Practice active listening. Be truly present, without thinking about your reply. Use strategic pauses in conversation to create expectation and suspense. Avoid filling every space with words. Let him feel the absence as an invitation to return to you. How to awaken the protective instinct using sexual energy. Even men who appear independent and strong carry a deep instinct, the desire to protect those they love. And when you know how to trigger this instinct, his sexual energy turns into an obsession of care and attachment. Why is the protective instinct such a powerful trigger? Because it connects sexual energy to a man's oldest emotion, the desire to care and preserve. When he feels that you need and want this protection, he wants to be present, not just physically, but in all areas of life. When desire meets the protective instinct, a bond is born that cannot be broken. How to do this in practice? Show vulnerability in the right measure. Let him see that you trust him. Ask for help or opinion at strategic moments. This activates the care instinct. Appreciate small gestures, showing that you recognize and value his protection. The importance of self-confidence to maximize his obsession. Nothing is more attractive than a woman who loves herself, knows her worth, and walks confidently through the world. Self-confidence not only increases desire but channels a man's sexual energy into a healthy and lasting obsession. Why is self-confidence the ultimate aphrodisiac? Because men are drawn to women who shine from within, who don't need constant validation, and who know what they want. Self-confidence is the light that guides male desire. How to cultivate and show this confidence? Be sure of your decisions and opinions, even in delicate conversations. Take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically to reflect this strength. Use open and positive body language, showing that you are comfortable in your own skin. The power of unpredictability to keep his mind focused on you. Routine kills desire. When a man knows exactly what to expect, sexual energy dissipates. But when you are unpredictable without being confusing, you keep him constantly alert, increasing interest and obsession. Why is unpredictability so effective? Because the brain loves novelty and challenge. When you vary your attitudes, responses, and behaviors, he becomes intrigued and wants more. Being an enigma is the best way to be unforgettable. How to use unpredictability to your advantage. Surprise him with unexpected gestures, like an unusual compliment or an action he doesn't anticipate. Alternate moments of intense closeness with healthy space and distance. Change your communication style, jokes, and even conversation rhythm to maintain suspense. How to fuel obsession without losing your essence. Male obsession is born when he feels that you are unique, authentic, and irresistibly yourself. But beware, trying to force this obsession can destroy everything. The key is to be authentic and keep your personal power intact. Why maintaining your essence is fundamental? Because men notice when a woman is acting to please or control. True obsession comes from genuine connection, not cheap games. Obsession is born from the respect you have for yourself. How to nurture this obsession authentically? Be transparent about your values and boundaries. Cultivate your passions and interests, showing that your life is full and vibrant. Give him space to miss you, but always return strong and confident. The power of channeling sexual energy to create an unforgettable connection. You've discovered the secrets to channeling a man's sexual energy and turning desire into obsession intelligently, strategically, and above all, authentically. Remember, it's not about manipulating or controlling, but understanding the depth of this impulse and using it to build a real, intense, and lasting connection. When you master this art, you stop being just a woman in his life and become the only woman in his mind and heart. Now it's your turn. Apply these techniques with confidence and watch the transformation happen. The next step in your journey of power and seduction. If you want to continue learning how to be irresistible and create connections that lasts forever, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any exclusive content. Comment below which technique you'll apply first and share your questions. Share this video with that friend who deserves to know these powerful secrets. Don't miss the chance to become the woman every man desires, but few have the courage to win.